And now we welcome you once again to Great Day TV, another great show just for you. All right, we've got Tom Alvarez. He's been in front of the camera and behind the camera for many years. We'll tell you about his story. Also, Hannah Mordeau and artificial intelligence in schools. That's right. Also, we have Andrew Kaplinger, and we're going to talk about seafood. Andrew Kaplinger is here, and also this is Kaylee. This is your daughter?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
and you want to grow up to be
A mini chef.
a mini chef. All right, that's terrific. So you're going to help Dad out today?
Yep.
She said yes.
I'm
Okay.
excited to. So.
Okay, now, congratulations. You are voted one of the best restaurants, seafood restaurants in America. Landlocked, Indiana. How did you do that?
We just keep with quality. You know, it's one of those things that has always been the backbone of what we do, and that's why people keep coming to us is the
Yeah.
quality. We just make sure that we don't change things, you know, very often, and if we do, we change it to just get better.
Right,
So,
right.
yep.
And yeah, consistency.
Yes.
Also, the price is right too. I mean, you go some fancy places, and woo, you have it's very reasonable. Your food.
We tend to think so. If you want to compare apples to apples, it's easy to go out and find stuff cheaper. But again, that quality just isn't going to hit like what you're going to get with us.
Well, you know, I'm a big fan.
Oh yes,
I'm
always been a big fan.
Oh,
So, yes.
okay. And here's your other little fan. What are you going to
Yep.
make today?
We're going to actually, you know, make some Mexican street corn with a scallop and shrimp ceviche to serve right on top of it. So it's going to be awesome. Figures we sort of bring, you know, that sweet corn part in, you know, so it's an Indiana thing, you know.
Well, you know what I do best is I get out of the way.
You do a good job at it.
And I'll come back in and taste it later. Okay, I'm petting her. Look at that. Okay, Kaylee, you help Dad. You go, and I love this shirt. Isn't this a great shirt? I love this. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
National winner, one of the best seafood restaurants in America.
First thing I'm gonna do is cut up the scallops. I'm gonna peel the tails off of the shrimp and cut those up into smaller pieces. And we're gonna put in, I've got this is a Meyer lemon vinaigrette that I found. You can obviously use lemons or limes, any of that stuff to do your marinade, but I thought this was perfect for what we're doing. So I'm gonna just basically get that done first so that can be marinating and get a little bit of that cook process going on it. And then we'll move into actually making the Mexican street corn, which is gonna consist of, we'll do a little bit more. I've sliced a lot of the vegetables, but we'll actually dice or just cut some up into smaller pieces, put that together with the corn and a little bit of mayonnaise and some Parmesan cheese and seasoning. And then we'll just that'll go in the cups, and then we'll top it with the shrimp and scallops. And I've got like these tostadas and these plantain strips to finish it off. Maybe put a little sprig of cilantro in there too. Oh, Patty.
Oh, Patty.
Time.
Oh, what's this
There
called?
we go. That is our Mexican street corn with a shrimp and scallop ceviche.
It's my favorite part. Let me try some with the corn.
Yes. Isn't that good? Mmm. Yeah.
Scallop. A little tang.
Yeah, that's from the Meyer lemon vinaigrette. And that marinade.
And it's so pretty too. And now if you would like this recipe, go to our greatdaytv.com website. We'll have it up there. And I will just have Andrew fix it for me. That's the best way to do it. You're wonderful.
Thank you.
Wonderful. And congratulations again. One of the best seafood restaurants in America, USA. One of the best. Thank you, Kaylee. You're welcome. We'll be back with more on Great Day TV because right now I'm hungry.
In Indiana, I can catch a wave.
In Indiana, day night rocks.
In Indiana, I'm not the only dinosaur.
In Indiana, it's anything but ordinary. Plan your visit at inindiana.com/summer.
When you need inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger for mouth-watering meals and appetizing ingredients. Our low prices add up to big savings with over $600 in digital coupons each week, plus up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. At Kroger, you always get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
I'm Phil Shoemaker, Prime Plumbing and Drains.
Providing top-tier service, whether a stinky mess, water leaks, or other pesky plumbing problems in an ethical manner with straightforward principles.
Where a good flush beats a full house.
Kaplinger's Fresh Catch Seafood. Family owned and operated. Several convenient locations. Dine in or carry out. And we can make any order just for you. Kaplinger's Fresh Catch Seafood. It's a great catch.
Regardless of the role, we come together under one mission. Hi, I'm Quinn Buckner. Do you know how exciting and rewarding a career in senior care is? ASC offers so many options. Work alongside the best and the brightest. Feel secure in working with the best. We are one ASC. Join our winning team.
Tom Alvarez. Now, there's a name that you all know. He's on the aisle with Tom Alvarez. He still goes out and talks about plays and everything that's having to do with entertainment. He also likes animals, too. So here's a little bit about his story and all of the things he accomplished in his life.
After a couple years of living in Washington, I had to return back to Fort Wayne and live with my parents until I could kind of regroup and figure out what my next step was. And while I was there, I got involved with a Mexican-American organization, and I met a man named Jose Trevino. He's a very successful businessman, and he became a mentor. And one day, I was kind of discouraged about what do I do with my life? And, he said, well, do you have any dreams of what you would like to do? And I said, well, there's an idea I have that was planted. He said, Tom, this is your lucky day. It just so happens I sit on an advisory committee for WRTV in Indianapolis. He said, they're looking for a Latino on the air. Not necessarily someone in the news department, and obviously you don't have that kind of experience, but there is a public affairs show, and they would like to have a Latino on the show. He said, I'm on this advisory committee, and I will alert them that that I've talked to you about this and you're interested, and we'll try to set up an interview. And it was a remarkable experience because, it was a half hour, and he didn't know a whole lot about me, but I remember him being just really kind and generous and just really quite interested. So I think obviously we really hit it on. He said, well, you know what? Why don't we just send you down to the studio and you can audition? So I went down to the studio. I mean, this has all happened very quickly. I've never been on television in that capacity. When I was younger, I was a Boy Scout. My first TV experience was I was on the Bozo Show at WKJG in Fort Wayne when I was 9 years old. I just never forgot looking at myself on the monitor and thinking, I was like, the glamour of it all, the mystique of it all, it's just like I was so enamored with it. And I don't know, somehow I knew that I wanted that someday. I went back to Fort Wayne, and within a week they called me. We would like to offer you a talent position part-time. I think they paid me like $50 a show. Just like I was absolutely astounded. I'll just never forget that feeling. I just could not believe. And think about how ironic the fact that the show was called Opportunity Knocks.
As they say in theater, we're going to take a little intermission, so stay right where you are and we'll come back with more on Tom Alvarez and his theatrical life.
When I realized I couldn't hear on the phone anymore, I said, that's it. I won't let hearing loss slow me down. That's when I got a CapTel caption telephone. With my CapTel phone, I hear what I can and read what I miss. Now when the phone rings or I want to make a call, I don't hesitate to pick it up. It's just like using any other phone. Plus, I can read what my caller says.
Visit Relay Indiana to see if you qualify for a phone at no cost to you.
I'm Phil Shoemaker, Prime Plumbing and Drains.
Providing top-tier service, whether a stinky mess, water leaks, or other pesky plumbing problems in an ethical manner with straightforward principles.
Where a good flush beats a full house.
Your hearing is part of your overall health care. Whisper Hearing Centers. Professional audiologists, highly trained and experienced in testing, diagnosis, and treatment of your hearing loss. And the latest technological advances in hearing care. Yes, it's possible to get a hearing aid online or at a box store. But a Whisper Hearing Center audiologist takes the time to test you thoroughly, answer questions, and find a hearing solution that fits your needs, lifestyle, and your budget. Whisper Hearing Centers.
Kaplinger's Fresh Catch Seafood. Family owned and operated. Several convenient locations. Dine in or carry out. And we can make any order just for you. Kaplinger's Fresh Catch Seafood. It's a great catch.
In Indiana, I can catch a wave.
In Indiana, date night rocks.
In Indiana, I'm not the only dinosaur.
In Indiana, it's anything but ordinary. Plan your visit at inindiana.com/summer.
Theater critic, media personality, and actor Tom Alvarez is back with more on his amazing life story as one of the first Latinos working in Indiana television.
I learned the business by doing public affairs shows. And then I started getting assigned to doing specials, like half-hour documentary format. And so that they started assigning me to do programming related to the Black community and to the Latino community. And I did I've produced the very first documentary about Madam C.J. Walker. So I thought, doing the community stuff that I was doing, I had insights that at that time no one had. No one, absolutely no one had. By the time I left the station, I had a pretty rich, broad experience. But I knew that I could only go so far, and I really wasn't interested in being an executive. I wanted to be a creative. I just decided that I wanted to branch out and broaden my skills and broaden my, I always had my first love was the arts and theater. I've reinvented myself quite a few times. I feel like I've come full circle from that little Boy Cub Scout at WKJG. I'm now associated with Circle City Broadcasting and Channel 8. I've been, thanks to you, I have been a contributor, performing arts contributor on Lifestyle Live for, it'll be 12 years. Those of us who are in broadcasting, the goal is perfection, is not to make it look effortless, but at the same time, you reach the masses of people that you reach. It's powerful, powerful, powerful. And I'm reminded of it all the time from my colleagues. When I left Channel 6, people could not believe that I would walk away from television. And that reminded me that how fortunate I was. Many want it, but few are chosen. I'm 77, I have no desire or thoughts of retiring. This gives me something to focus on that distracts me. I don't want to be defined by my age or my physical condition. I just want to work and I want to contribute. And I believe, I like to think that I've been able to accomplish those goals.
A huge round of applause for Tom Alvarez. Thank you, Tom, for all of your contributions in the world of Hoosier entertainment. And now, as you would say, the show must go on. Come check out Big Dog Flooring's large selection of waterproof, pet-friendly products. Benny and Bernstein love featuring their hardwood, carpet, and waterproof flooring. With Big Dog's in-stock products, you can find value all the time. And yes, we install all of our residential and commercial products, which includes carpet, hardwood, and our huge selection of waterproof flooring styles. Big Dog Flooring, a home's best friend.
I'm Phil Shoemaker, Prime Plumbing and Drains.
Providing top-tier service, whether a stinky mess, water leaks, or other pesky plumbing problems in an ethical manner with straightforward principles.
Where a good flush beats a full house.
Gourmet cuisine, breathtaking views, and a vibrant space to connect and enjoy. Skyline Club Indy, 36 stories high above downtown Indianapolis. Join the club today and enjoy an elevated experience. Take part in a full schedule of events and special gatherings. Skyline Club Indy, a place to celebrate.
Kaplinger's Fresh Catch Seafood. Family owned and operated. Several convenient locations. Dine in or carry out. And we can make any order just for you. Kaplinger's Fresh Catch Seafood. It's a great catch.
Be proud of what you do. Hi, I'm Quinn Buckner. Do you know how exciting and rewarding a career in senior care is? ASC offers so many options. Choose a career that offers growth and advancement. Work for a company known for quality and excellence. We are one ASC. Join our winning team.
Great Day TV with Whisper Hearing. And you know what I say, you want to hear as much as you can, as long as you can. Get your hearing checked. Whisper Hearing. And now, it's Steve Schweitzer with Tech Talk. Tech Talk, Steve.
I knew my Apple Watch could monitor my heart rate, but when a friend was diagnosed with congenital heart failure, I learned it can do a lot more. I'll tell you what I found on Steve's Tech Talk. Imagine being a slender, fit 62-year-old, and during your annual physical being told you have AFib. That's an irregular heartbeat. But then the doctor says there's something else going on here, and you need to see a heart specialist immediately. My friend Mark was in good shape, so he was only mildly apprehensive. So he was stunned by the doctor's diagnosis of congenital heart failure. One side of his heart was beating at around 50 beats per minute, but the other side of his heart was racing at 130 beats per minute. This irregularity had been going on long enough to damage his heart. Mark couldn't remember anything in his past that could have caused this. Then his daughter reminded him that the Apple Watch that he wore kept track of his heart rate. When he opened up the Health app on his iPhone and selected the Heart tab, he saw that his normal heart rate was in the upper 50s. To his amazement, as he scrolled through the readings, he could pinpoint October 23rd, 2019 as the day his heart rate went haywire. Mark's experience got me investigating the information that's available in the Health app. When you open it up, the first thing you'll see is a summary of all the available data about your health. This varies depending on how many data sources you have connected. I have a Bluetooth scale, a blood pressure monitor, and of course my Apple Watch. When Mark drilled down, he could see his heart rate was normal on the 19th, But when he looked at the 23rd, he saw his heart rate was all over the place. From a high of 119 to a low of 54. One of the cool things about the Health app is you can use it to monitor the things that most interest you. I have friends who can't go to sleep until they've walked 10,000 steps. I'm not one of those. But you can see I spent an hour on my bike. If you're new to the Health app, there's a checklist to help you get started, like indicating emergency contacts and enabling alerts for your heart rate if it gets too high or too low. If Mark had turned on the irregular heart rhythm alert, he would have gotten a warning back in 2019. The newest watches will take an electrocardiogram, and they have the "I've fallen and I can't get up" feature. It'll send an alert if you fall and are unresponsive for a minute. And of course, Apple is always looking for ways to improve the watch. There are rumors that they're working on monitoring your blood pressure and glucose levels. With an eye to the future, Harvard and Apple have teamed up to conduct 3 clinical studies: the Heart and Movement Study, the Women's Health Study, and a hearing study. You can participate by downloading the Research app. So, if you have an Apple Watch, take a few minutes and explore the Health app. Some of its features can be life-saving. For Great Day TV, I'm Steve Schweitzer.
Hi, Maria. What's up?
Hi, I'm just calling to say hello. How are you?
Great. It's so good to hear your voice.
Staying connected has never been easier for people with hearing loss. Now you can read captions of everything your caller says with CapTel Caption Telephone.
Did you hear that Ed finally proposed to Anna?
People with hearing loss can enjoy the same ease, speed, and confidence as telephone callers everywhere. Learn more about this service at RelayIndiana.com.
I'm your realtor, Tony Osler, and I love helping people on the move.
And Tony is my guy. The Osler Group with RE/MAX Centerstone combines vast knowledge, many years of experience in order to help you.
Call me about your next move.
And Tony is great.
Your hearing is part of your overall health care. Whisper Hearing Centers. Professional audiologists, highly trained and experienced in testing, diagnosis, and treatment of your hearing loss. And the latest technological advances in hearing care. Yes, it's possible to get a hearing aid online or at a box store. But a Whisper Hearing Center audiologist takes the time to test you thoroughly, answer questions, and find a hearing solution that fits your needs, lifestyle, and your budget. Whisper Hearing Centers.
Gourmet cuisine, breathtaking views, and a vibrant space to connect and enjoy. Skyline Club Indy, 36 stories high above downtown Indianapolis. Join the club today and enjoy an elevated experience. Take part in a full schedule of events and special gatherings. Skyline Club Indy, a place to celebrate.
Kaplinger's Fresh Catch Seafood. Family owned and operated. Several convenient locations. Dine in or carry out. And we can make any order just for you. Kaplinger's Fresh Catch Seafood. It's a great catch.
It's called AI, artificial intelligence. And guess what? They're starting to use it in schools now. Hannah Mordeau from Wish TV has the story. And it's very interesting.
In the Metropolitan School District of Lawrence Township,
AI is going to kind of evaluate where the student's at.
Teachers are starting to use a pilot program called School AI.
They're going to have this bot that they're able to interact with.
So I can talk to this? I can ask it questions?
Absolutely. So it can speak to you.
Awesome details.
Oh, there you go. And introducing me to their new chatbot, Dot.
1 + 3 is 4.
Great job. 1 + 3 is 4. You just unlocked the next part of our adventure.
Have kids used this?
Great question.
Yes.
Teacher's going to oversee this whole process.
Teacher controls it.
It's something not to be afraid of. We've got to embrace it. We've got to teach students the appropriate use, but not to be afraid of AI.
Troy Noter is the chief academic officer for the district.
We've got to engage them with AI because it's here.
Oh, your reading speed and your percent correct. Good job.
After testing the program out last year, he's overseeing district-wide AI implementation this school year.
A policy around AI that really sets the vision for the district, indicates that we're embracing AI as a school district, indicates the uses that we would approve, and then the things that students can't do.
He says teachers can use this as a tool to be more efficient, grading work faster, helping make lessons. Teachers will be in control, creating spaces for students to work in at school. For older kids, teachers can monitor in real time how they're interacting with an assignment or give feedback quickly on an essay. For younger students, it can act as a research guide or help solve math problems.
Want to try the next one? What is 1 plus 3?
Do you say to a child, though, this is a computer?
That's an important part of the teaching of AI, is that this is a chatbot, but your teacher is in the middle of that conversation that you're having.
But what if students use AI outside of school? Hey, ChatGPT, write me a paragraph on AI in education.
Absolutely. Artificial intelligence is transforming education by personalizing learning.
The district says teachers are trained to look out for this kind of cheating.
Part of the training for our teachers is how to spot AI-generated writing and really knowing who your students are as students and being able to recognize when something's not their voice or not their work.
Do you have any specific math problems or concepts in mind?
Why approach AI like this? Why embrace it?
It's here. The students have access to it outside of school. We need to teach them how to use it appropriately.
He says districts across Indiana are doing the same thing.
Digital learning coach at Zionsville Community Schools.
Zionsville is featured on Magic School AI's website as a success story.
You know, if we don't teach kids how to use generative AI responsibly in schools, then kids aren't going to be prepared for the future.
Deal Khan is a former principal and now the CEO of Magic School AI.
Generative AI is happening.
He says there are 28,000 teachers using his program here in Indiana, and the company is partnered with 35 school districts.
There's a user of Magic School in every school and district in the country by our count.
He says it's a tool that can help curb teacher burnout and help students understand technology before they discover it on their own. But using AI at school needs to be well thought out.
Of course, these are responsible use cases, things like getting feedback on your writing instead of having AI write the essay for you, or, you know, just exploring generative AI to understand how it works and what it does with some guardrails to make sure that it's being used appropriately.
In Lawrence Township, that appropriate use is preparation.
The other reality is that AI-related jobs are among the fastest growing in the world right now. And so in preparing students for what they might go into as a career, we've got to expose them to AI.
Thank you, Hannah. And we thank you for joining us on Great Day TV. Don't forget to go to our website. You can see more and see all of the things we have to offer you because you want to see the stories again. Take care. GreatDayTV.com. Bye.